The man's family says he was driving through this busy intersection on his way to a physical therapy appointment when ICE swooped in and picked him up. That was 8 days ago, and they haven't seen him since.
He is the sweetest guy.
Vidal Palomar is described as a family man, a husband and father of 3 who came to Whatcom County 12 years ago to escape the violence of Mexican cartels. He chose quiet, rural Linden because of its reputation for safety. This is what he encountered June 24th.
I'm literally gonna cry. I'm witnessing ICE take somebody right now.
Honestly, it breaks my heart. It really does.
They got him.
Facebook video shows Vidal's arrest. The 44-year-old is disabled from a work injury. He walks with a cane. His cousin Vanessa Perez says ICE agents smashed his window and threw him to the ground twice. His disabled placard clearly in view.
It was a brutal thing.
Vanessa says during the altercation, her cousin asked to see a warrant.
They wouldn't show it to him. He kept asking until they showed him a paper. But on this paper, it was not his photo.
Vidal's attorney, Eric Lynn, says it was a case of mistaken identity.
He's another one of these warrantless arrests that we've seen, across our communities.
Vidal Palomar is here without proper documentation. Vanessa tells us ICE offered him $1,000 to admit guilt and leave the country, but he refused. King 5 has confirmed Vidal has no criminal history. His cousin says he's never even been pulled over for speeding.
Quote unquote, they're supposed to take out the criminals. It's just not right that they're picking up people that don't have criminal records.
Vanessa says she and Vidal's young children, all here legally, worry what will happen to them. A community this family came to for safety now has them living in fear.
It's a fear that, if I'm driving and they see that I'm brown, they can take me too.
Vidal's family says they are trying to get him in front of a judge as soon as possible, but at this point, they have no idea when that will be. In Linden, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
The Trump administration is reinterpreting a law from the 90s, effectively making it harder for people facing deportation to be released from detention centers. It is all centered on a legal loophole that has to do with bond hearings. CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano explains what's changed.
Hey there. Well, yes, this is new today and confirmed by CBS News. ICE is rolling out a new policy that dramatically expands who can be held in immigration detention without a chance to go before a judge for a bond hearing. Up until now, only recent border crossers were really subject to mandatory detention. So, for instance, a person who has been in the U.S. for a long time or somebody who had legal status and lost it, they were not subject to long-term detention. But under this new guidance, any undocumented person, even somebody who's lived in the U.S. for years, is now automatically ineligible for a bond. We reached out to ICE for clarification, and in a statement, ICE told CBS News, the recent guidance closes a loophole to our nation's security based on an inaccurate interpretation of the statute. They are interpreting something that existed before in the law. I reached out to attorneys about what it is that ICE is doing, and what they explained is that in a way they're being able to recategorize or change the category of people who have been in the U.S. even if they are undocumented in the same way to fit the same parameters as somebody who just crossed the border recently, and then that would allow for those people to be detained long-term. ICE says the loophole had allowed many people to be released while their cases played out, and of course that is something that they're not going to be able to do now. Now, ICE officers, not immigration judges, and this is a very important change here, it's not up to judges as it was before, but officers. ICE officers are the ones who get to decide, or CBP officers rather, are the ones who get to decide who gets the opportunity to have a bond hearing. Critics are saying that this takes people's due process away, that it strips people from due process and could lead to indefinite detention for especially people who don't have a criminal record, for people who have deep roots in their community, people who have children who are American citizens. And this change is happening as ICE is preparing to double their detention capacity with billions in new funding. And it's something that legal groups are expected to be challenging in court. We'll see how that plays out. But for the moment, this seems to be the new guidance, and it could affect millions of undocumented people who are currently in the U.S.
The man we spoke with is a U.S. citizen. he provided us with documentation of his legal status. He says this experience has shaken his faith in the immigration enforcement efforts of President Donald Trump, for whom he voted, he says. This is what Yenzi Machado managed to record on his phone Wednesday. He says while he was driving to work with two other men, he was stopped by ICE agents on Lamont Drive in Manassas, a short distance from his home. He says he was confused by what was happening, why agents surrounded the pickup truck. He spoke with our sister station, Telemundo 44 reporter Rosbelis Quiñones, who was the first to report his story.
And they just got out of the car with the guns in the hands and say, turn off the car, give me the keys, open the window. And, everything was really fast.
Machado says the agents said the name of a man they were seeking for a deportation order, someone who had given Machado's home address. He said that was not his name, and he did not know anyone by that name. He offered to show them this, his Real ID compliant Virginia driver's license. It has a star in the upper right corner and requires proof of lawful status.
They didn't ask me for any ID. I was telling the officer if I can give him the ID, but he said that just keep my hands up, not moving. And then after that, he told me to get out of the car, and then he put the handcuffs on me. And then he went to me and said, how did I get into this country? And if I was waiting for court or if I have any case. And I told him I was an American citizen. And he looked at his other partner like, smiling, like saying, can you believe this guy? Because he asked the other guy, do you believe him?
Machado said he was uncuffed and immediately released after showing his driver's license. The two men with him were taken into custody. He does not know why. The incident has caused him to reflect.
Because, like I say, I was a Trump supporter. I voted for Trump last elections, but because I thought it was going to be the things, like be pointless, like just go against criminals, not every illegal Hispanic looking like that they will assume we are illegals.
So, do you think that's what they're doing now?
That's what they're doing now. They're just following Hispanic people looking like.
Immigration lawyers suggest that residents and citizens carry ID with them at all times. In Manassas, Jackie Benson, News 4.
A man is now free following his arrest in Florida after he was detained at the request of immigration authorities. The state's highway patrol arrested 20-year-old Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez on Wednesday after a traffic stop. He was arrested for crossing into Florida illegally, then placed on a 48-hour hold for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The problem is Lopez Gomez is an American citizen who was born here in Georgia. He was traveling to Florida to work on a construction site in Tallahassee. A Leon County judge authenticated his birth certificate Thursday, and he was later released.
On a Friday, we are getting an exclusive look at the Trump administration's latest immigration crackdown. For the third day in a row, people are showing up to their scheduled hearings at Dallas Immigration Court, and they were taken away in handcuffs. We were there as their cases were unexpectedly dismissed, and those federal agents immediately arrested them. Welcome in here at 5. I'm Nicole Baker. That's our big story. That's where we start tonight. Those controversial arrests are happening all around the country, including here in Dallas. I want to get to our Ken Molestina. He is the only TV reporter there to see this happen. Ken, you're live right outside of Immigration Court in downtown Dallas. Exclusive video of everything that's unfolded. Ken, walk us through what you've seen and what's happening.
We know that several people were arrested by ICE inside this courthouse earlier today. And again, we were here to see 2 of those arrests in person. Here's the exclusive video that we're talking about. I want to explain how this tactic works. This is on the orders of the Department of Homeland Security. Many immigrants who entered illegally, again, within the last 2 years, they're having their cases dismissed when they show up to their scheduled hearings. Now, once their case is dismissed, they immediately lose their temporary protection to be in the U.S. They walk out of the courtroom, and that's where ICE agents are standing by to arrest them and to take them away right on the spot.
ICE nos secuestró desde Estados Unidos. Nosotros en un momento le preguntamos a dónde vamos y ellos dijeron, quédense tranquilos que les va a gustar la sorpresa que le tenemos.
Nos sacaron engañados.
En el aeropuerto nos monté en un avión, ¿qué pasa? Que todos somos venezolanos.
Mi nombre es André Omar Blanco Bonilla.
Mi nombre es Wilmer José Vega Sandia.
Mi nombre es Juan José Ramos Ramos. Al momento de aterrizar en El Salvador, yo estoy del lado de una ventana y yo logro ver miles de oficiales alrededor de los aviones.
Miedo, 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 terror.
Subió un oficial de allá del Salvador y nos dice, o se bajan por las buenas o se bajan por las malas. ¿Cómo se van a bajar? No nos vamos a bajar. Ah, bueno, por las malas. Y nos empezaron a golpear con los rótulos.
El director de la cárcel nos dijo, bienvenidos al infierno, donde entras vivo y sales muerto.
Nos hacían hincar en contra de nuestra voluntad y a golpes. Hubieron muchas personas que gritaban, pedían ayuda, auxilio. Las esposas estaban a un punto tan apretadas que nos hicieron lesiones en los tobillos. Muchos botaban incluso sangre porque nos cortábamos con las mismas esposas. Vulgarmente nos decían, camina mierda. Yo recuerdo que le dije al oficial, no puedo caminar. Si me aflojas las esposas, yo puedo colaborarte, pero no puedo caminar. Yo soy una persona que tengo una patología médica, soy hipertenso. Fui golpeado al punto de que me desmayé. Me llevaron arrastrado hasta que llegamos al módulo, me tiraron, pegué mi cabeza contra el piso, me despierto y le decía a Dios, ¿por qué estoy aquí? Hicieron uso de las armas, donde usaron perdigones de gomas y de plástico, donde resultaron muchos heridos. Heridos en la cabeza, en la frente, en las piernas, en la espalda, en el pecho.
Tuvieron muchísimos que intentamos quitarnos la vida allá adentro. Decíamos, yo prefiero morirme o suicidarme yo que seguir viviendo esta experiencia. Que todos los días te levantaran a las 4 de la mañana para decirte groserías, para golpearte. Por seguir escuchando las rejas a tus hermanos como los golpeaban, que muchas veces pedían auxilio, pedían que ya, no me pegues más, prefiero que me mates.
No te voy a negar que apoyaba la política del presidente Nayib Bukele para atacar la delincuencia. Nunca me imaginé que en algún momento iba a vivir esa experiencia injustamente. Ha sido una política sucia. Estados Unidos nos mandó a El Salvador para que El Salvador hiciera el trabajo sucio que Estados Unidos no podía hacer. Y solo la justicia llegará mediante las verdades y testimonios de cada uno de nosotros.